Well, we've talked a lot about the supply chain challenges for the stuff we buy lately. We haven't talked a lot about the supply chain or the boxes or the paper itself. Basically, all the packaging required to actually get you that stuff. So let's do that now. Joining us is Mark Garson. He is founder and chairman of supply chain platform iBrands Global. They help brands like Alloy Apparel and Blue Zen Gloves navigate this crazy supply chain world. So, Mark, you're the perfect guest to have on. We do appreciate it. Are you seeing any signs that things are improving, especially on the Chinese side?
Well, I'm sorry to say that I think it's a very difficult situation at the moment, and everybody's working hard to make it better. And there are a lot of things that are happening down the road that will improve the situation. But at the moment, we are in a pretty bad logjam.
And I understand we want to take action on it, and everybody's sort of got their ideas on how to fix it. But as many people on this network have said, you only reopen once, right? It was like the sink was full, the drain was clogged, the world was locked down. You pull the drain off, it's going to take some time for the water to go through. I mean, is that kind of a metaphor for what's happening now? Or is it something bigger?
You're right. No, you're right on. It's spot on. To say that today we're going to wake up and we're going to fix the problem, and in 2 weeks we're going to have all the goods in for Christmas on the shelves is really an unrealistic point of view. This is a problem that emanated originally from COVID, and it's a problem that will continue for quite a while. The supply chain is stocked up. You can see right behind you a picture of the ports, and the shelves are not as full as they should be. And it's our duty to come up with solutions to stop this problem from continuing.
So what would you do, Mark? What would be, if you were in charge, the whole doggone thing, what would be your job number one and job two?
Well, I think that everybody has been trying. One of the things that the government did was when COVID came, they started a stimulus package, the stimulus package to make sure that they properly did this so that the citizens would be able to live and not have too much despair. But what happened was nobody expected COVID to last as long as it did. And in turn, the stimulus had to last for the same amount of time. So what it did was it discouraged the workforce from going back to work. They became very comfortable. It was almost like a sleeping pill. Everybody's not been working, they're home, and the workforce has not gone back in full force yet. So I do have a couple of ideas that I think would be very, very helpful. The government put together a tariff, and the tariff was done so that we can have more production and goods made in the USA, and that would support our own economy. But in reality, like you stated right up front in this interview, it doesn't happen in a moment. It takes a long time. So what the tariff did instead was it just added price to the cost of goods, and it put more pressure on the American consumer. So one of the things that I think would be a very good idea is if we took those tariffs and we steered them to small businesses and made incentives so that the small businesses can take in that money and employ more people. I also think that the stimulus that was given could be used as a bonus now to employees to add to their salaries. And I think it would give a great incentive for people to come back into work.